The China Report for Tuesday, February 26, 2013. BBC says radio broadcasts being jammed in China. Radio broadcasts in English from the BBC World Service are being jammed in China, the British broadcaster said on Monday, suggesting the Chinese authorities were behind the disruption. The BBC strongly condemns this action, which is designed to disrupt audiences' free access to news and information, the BBC said in a statement. China, which enforces strict restrictions on its domestic media, has been accused by several prominent foreign media of seeking to stop their news reports reaching Chinese audiences. So much for free speech in China. China has its own dead bomb. 6 years ago, Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao cautioned that China's economy is unstable, unbalanced, uncoordinated and unsustainable. China has since doubled down on the economic model that prompted his concern. Mr. Wen spoke out in an attempt to change the course of an economy dangerously dependent on one lever to generate growth-heavy investment in the roads, factories and other infrastructure that have helped make China a manufacturing superpower. Then along came the 2008 global financial crisis. To keep China's economy growing, panicked officials launched a $500 billion stimulus and ordered banks to fund a new wave of investment. Investment has risen as a share of gross domestic product to 48%, a record for any large country from 43%. Credit bubble problems in China are now a major issue. China gold production rises again. The world's leading gold producer mined even more of the precious metal last year. China increased its gold output by 11.66% to 403 tons in 2012, the country's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology said Monday. The country's major gold producers realized 380.79 billion yuan in industrial output value, up 33.91%. Their profits rose 4% to 35 billion yuan, hardly impressive and mostly due to the fact that gold prices declined last year after the fiscal cliff crisis in Washington. The popularly traded GLD exchange-traded fund is down 4.7% year-to-date, and down 10.4% over the last 12 months. China's gold consumption rose 9.35% to 832.18 metric tons last year, according to the China Gold Association. China's riskiest property market just collapsed. The real estate market in Phoenix Island, a development project in the Chinese island province of Hainan, was so inflated, so outrageously expensive and unsustainable, that it became known as the Dubai of China. With its palm tree-lined streets, glimmering high-rises and ostentatious sports cars, it even looked a little like Dubai. And now, also like Dubai but maybe more in the vein of South Florida, the Phoenix Island real estate market that drove so much local economic growth has imploded. If the national real estate market collapses in China, it would be disastrous not just for China but for the entire world economy, risking a third wave of the global crisis that began with the U.S. financial collapse. Is this the straw that breaks the camel's back? China's spoiled generation. China's spoiled generation, often referred to as the 90s kids, are making headlines. Many of these children have not experienced the hard work needed in their parents' struggle to achieve success, but are rewarded as a result. Used to getting everything they want and having all their problems handled, they will use their father's name as an excuse, take flaunting wealth for granted and regard defying the law as brave behavior. 5 suspects have been detained over allegations of a sexual assault on February 17, the state-run China Daily said. The newspaper quoted a Beijing police source as saying the group were accused of gang-raping a woman in a hotel room after a night of drinking. In one of the highest-profile scandals to involve the offspring of top officials, the son of a police chief tried to use his father's status to escape a fatal car accident he had caused in 2010. Youth gone bad, in what was once a traditional nation of codes and strict moral conduct. That's the China Report for today. Zaijian.